Hi, this is Laszlo Gardony. The inspiration for Close Connection for my new album with my trio, Yoron, Israel, and John Lockwood, pretty much built up during the pandemic years, you know, when we all retreated somewhat and worked on our music alone, didn't have a chance to play together. And that led me to re-examine some of my roots. I realized how important it was for me in my early years as a teenager, progressive rock, and also Bartók's music. And through Bartók, I would say even more genuine folk music. And once we felt that it's time to play again and record again with the trio, I brought all these influences to the table, and we started rehearsing. To WGBH's wonderful Fraser studio here in Boston, and I brought my original compositions to the session, but then deep down in my mind I also felt that it will be nice to explore improvising together in a way that is not usually done in a group situation. So we just went to the studio and recorded my compositions. We had a great time, needless to say. And at the end of the session, I told them, okay, so what if we just keep playing? And then, you know, they immediately understood that what I meant is that the recording device is going to run and we will just play freely, create some music in the moment and move from one short piece to another. And those were wonderful pieces. They very naturally connected to the compositions I wrote. And at the end, we felt that we did this session in the studio in the classic, genuinely jazz way, where we listen to each other carefully. We have really strong compositions, but we also allow the moment to really determine the vibe. We listen to each other, we respond to each other, we practically telepathically create moments together around compositions that are very structured at the same time. And then when you go to the improvisational pieces, all this structure happens to take place and take shape, I should say, in the moment. I think this is sort of a somewhat progressive idea in jazz, because we really don't get self-indulgent. We know that every note is precious and every feeling is precious. We don't destroy a certain vibe if we created one, and we certainly don't play superfluous notes. And I really respect that about John and Yoron, and I believe they respect that about me. We play in each other's projects as well, they don't just play in mine. And this way I really feel we contribute something unique and something very much needed to the current jazz scene and the current musical offerings of jazz musicians. I think I was called somewhat prolific in a sense that my compositions never repeat any ideas really that I composed before. I always put out albums which, within my style, but show something new, something that I arrived at. Thank you for listening to my music. This is why we do what we do.